Hey everybody, welcome to today's show. My name's Jonathan. As always, I have the Masters crew here with me. The Doc, Dynasty Owl. What's up, guys?
How we doing?
How's it going, Commish?
Real good. We're back with another team fantasy outlook. Today we're going to be doing the Arizona Cardinals, kind of taking a look at their offensive roster, telling you what we think about them as a whole. I'm going to start right at the quarterback position. I know both these guys love Kyler Murray, so floor's all yours.
Yeah, I mean, you can go first, Dad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have enough good things to say about Kyler Murray. I've been big on him since he was, coming out of high school. So I've been watching him progress through this whole time, and to see what he's been able to do in the pros has been nothing short of excellent. He really took a step forward in the run game last season. He really did. He finish first at quarterback?
Yeah, for number one overall and
Wow,
number one
yeah.
at quarterback.
And that's even with him kind of tapering off towards the end too. But yeah, I think in terms of fantasy, he's about the perfect quarterback you can have because he's great throwing the ball, but he also has that running factor. Whereas there's a few other guys in the league that it's more one than the other, and I think he's as close as you can get to a complete dual threat quarterback in this league. I really expect a lot of big things from him through the air this year. I think he does take a little bit of a step back running the ball. He'll still get you some yards and touchdowns here and there with his scrambling ability, but I do think he's going to spend more time in the pocket and just letting it rip. And he's got some new weapons in town this year too, which I'm excited about for him.
Me too.
Yeah, so I'll just kind of jump right over to the wide receiver room because obviously I feel similarly about Kyler. I just love how they've surrounded him with weapons who can win at all levels of the field. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins is as true a number one as you can get, can do everything you ask. They bring in a great red zone threat in A.J. Green, who obviously was a great number one in his day, but now later in his career, I just see him as a great red zone threat.
Sure.
Larry Fitzgerald sounds like he's probably going to retire, but I mean, Christian Kirk's a guy who I've always loved. I think he can be a really good slot receiver, fit into that spread offense nice. Then they still got young guys like Andy Isabella who, have talent, have a lot of speed, can win on the outside or inside. And they're always a threat to draft another receiver. So I just think the weapons are phenomenal. Really love all these guys. Still feel really good about Hopkins.
Yeah.
Feel good about Kirk, too, especially if Fitz retires. I think Christian Kirk could have a sneaky good year in the slot. And then, the veteran A.J. Green. I know you'd love him to have another year with maybe 10 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a big A.J. Green fan. Obviously, he's getting old. We just did a wide receiver duo show, and I just want you guys to know it was so hard to keep those two off.
I was wondering, yeah.
But when you just brought up Fitzgerald too, it got me to thinking. And obviously, but in their primes, has there ever been a better three guys at wide receiver on one team? Think about Hopkins,
in the primes.
A.J. Green,
that's fair.
Fitzgerald.
I'd say in their primes, absolutely not, because I think you could argue Fitz in his prime's one of the best we've ever seen. Hopkins, his prime, one of the best we've ever seen.
Yeah.
And AJ in his prime, one of the best we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Maybe T.O. and Chad Ochocinco and did Hushmanzada play with them too?
Maybe
I don't know,
who was it, Tim Brown and Jerry Rice when they were both way washed.
Yeah. But no, I mean that's a freaky trio.
Right.
Yeah,
All
that
right,
would be
we're going to
crazy.
move on to the running back position here. Chase Edmonds, Kenyon Drake shipped out of town.
Sure.
So the show's all his.
Yeah.
Maybe they bring someone in, maybe they don't. Your guys' thoughts on Chase Edmonds and the running back for the Arizona Cardinals?
So yes, I love Chase Edmonds. I think the doc does too. However, I do think there's obviously a really good chance they're going to draft a running back relatively high. All that being said, I think Chase Edmonds is going to have a role and a bigger role than he's ever had. They've come out and said they're comfortable with him being a featured back. So I think it's possible, but I'm sure they're going to add a running back, but I still feel good about Edmonds.
Yeah, totally agree. And, depending on who the running back is, it could be very interesting at the top of your rookie drafts. Say it's a guy like ETN in that offense would be a really nice fit. But either way, I do feel really good about Chase Edmonds still. I feel like he's really good value at this point in redraft and honestly in Dynasty because nobody really thinks he's going to have a huge role going forward because that's kind of what we've seen. That's what the Cardinals continuously do despite Edmonds performing at a high level. So I think even if they do bring a running back in, I like Chase Edmonds this year to have some really good games, some running back one games.
Yeah, that's just sitting here thinking about it because I'm with you guys. I've been leaning towards Jamar Chase as my 1.1. But when you put Etienne I mean, he'd be really hard to pass at the 1-on-1 if
Yeah,
Arizona drafted
in that
him.
situation,
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be really hard to pass. And then the tight end position,
Not a lot of names there.
yeah, I can't even think of
Did
it.
they
Is Max
sign
Williams
one?
still their tight end?
So I know they had Max Williams, like Dan Arnold, maybe.
Oh yeah, Dan Arnold.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
yeah. No,
He was good for like a touchdown
Yeah.
every week out of
They need
nowhere.
to go get Pitts, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that would be nice.
I think this is a good draft to get it to. There's
Yeah.
some good tight ends. I could see him even getting a guy like a Brevin Jordan or
Yeah.
a Fryermuth in the second round. Even would be a huge get for them. Even though I'm not even sure if those guys make it. It depends because
Yeah.
they're
I mean-
first round talent in their own rights.
Yeah, no, but actually, kind of like a hot take alert to some extent. Like, keep an eye on the draft. Keep an eye on what Arizona does at tight end.
Yeah.
If they bring someone in, if they draft somebody, I mean, probably someone that may slip into the second round of your draft.
Yeah.
Could be linked to Kyler Murray for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
that's something really important to keep your eye on.
For sure.
Right.
Obviously, Arizona in great shape. Probably a lot of people think a Super Bowl contender this year.
Yeah, they're a
Gonna be
true
lot
dark
of fun,
horse.
a lot
Yeah.
of fantasy points scored this year. That's going to wrap up this show for the Arizona Cardinals. Thanks so much for watching. If you could, hit the like and subscribe button. Come be a part of the Masters family. Any last words, guys?
Thanks for listening.